Actually, I'm blanking out.
Alright.
Let's get back to that. Oh shit.
Sir, blanking out का option नहीं है sir. आप select करो और पी जाओ. Either of the three.
Man. This is what?
This is Apple cider. Go for it. You're watching India's first post-cable network, TheBigScope. और आज बॉस गेम के एपिसोड पे एक नए बॉस को लाए हैं जो काफी साल से स्टार्टअप के दुनिया में है. He is, I mean, how many adjectives? I initially thought I'll use a lot of adjectives to describe you on the show, but he's done so many things. He's achieved so many things. He's one of the pioneers in the startup world. You've gone through so many different experiences, so many different roles in your life so far in the last, say, 8 or 9 years. What are the different emotions running through your mind, when you decided to sell off Taxi for Sure to Ola and when Vokal got the funding for the first time? We'll talk about Vokal after this, but what were the different emotions when these two were happening?
I think we gave in a lot into building Taxi for Sure. So it was 3.5, 4 years of extreme work, right? Like we would actually work 14 to 16 hours a day.
Wow.
There was nothing else we would do. I would take driver calls at 4 a.m. Because he wouldn't get a booking at the airport. By the time I came to office, there were 10 things burning. So, we were living Taxi for Sure. Right? To give up that was kind of heartbreaking. But, you also have responsibilities, right? So, you had taken money from investors. You're answerable to employees, to drivers, to consumers, to everybody. So, I think at that point in time, we had three choices: either raise 60 million, or sell to Uber, or sell to Ola. So I think Ola was the closest to how we were operating, and it, of course, it's an Indian entity, and merging with them made more sense. And in turn, give a good exit to our investors and everybody else.
Fair. So the day when this happened, when you went back home, were you happy? When you sat back, apart from your family, when you sat back alone in the bed on the night, were you happy?
Felt a little, so post leaving, I think I felt a little jobless.
Jobless. Since I promised you have started a platform, if I can put it this way, called Vokal. Ye Vokal kya cheez? I was going through your application. I've also seen people using your app.
Yeah.
I personally feel it's a cool app. I really personally feel it's a cool platform. Is it the mix of best social media out there? What is Vokal, if I had to make it understand? And it's in Hindi so far, so he says he'll introduce into the other languages as well.
Yeah. So it's in Hindi right now. We're soon launching in Tamil, Telugu, Bengali and all other languages.
Nice.
So Vokal is basically formed around the very problem that people who don't know English in India don't have a place to get their questions answered. Right?
Point.
So Google is a great search engine. So if you actually search on Google in English, the whole internet is built on English.
Correct.
So, Google gives great search results. But as soon as you flip to Kannada, if you ask a question in Kannada, the number of results become one page or something like that. And it won't answer your question directly. So, given that 95% plus India doesn't know English or is not comfortable with English, this is a huge opportunity, right?
Yes.
And we believe that internet usage in India will really rocket skywards.
It is happening today, correct?
When more and more content and more apps and tools are given to the population of India in a format and language that they are comfortable with.
Absolutely. What did you learn? What were your personal learnings at Taxi for Sure that made you not repeat the same mistakes at Vokal so far?
So I think you will always make mistakes, right? This is a new. So Taxi for Sure was a transaction startup. This is a content startup.
Both are consumer facing.
Both are consumer facing, but the fundamentals are slightly different. I've never run a content startup before. This is the first time. So for me, I think you will, as an entrepreneur, you will always make mistakes. But some fundamental mistakes you can avoid is the quality of team that you will build around you. At Taxi for Sure, we were building for the first time. So anybody who's excited to join us, we were also excited. Right? Okay. And then later found out, there's a
difference. Difference.
There's always 50-50 probability that somebody turns right or wrong. So here you'll try to avoid it, but you won't be 100% here either, because while you're interviewing, you only know a little bit about the person, right? So you can always make sure that you get the right team. You avoid mistakes that you will do in terms of thinking too short term.
Too short term, correct.
Right? Using more people than necessary to solve a problem than using technology.
So true. That is so true.
Right? So it's very easy, especially in a country like India, where you do get human resources at much lesser investment, right? Yes. So these are some of the learnings that help you avoid some mistakes, but you can't avoid every mistake. You will make a lot of mistakes.
So you again decided to start up. इस बार कुछ नया करना है, content startup करना है, and things like that. So how do you decide? आप किस बेसिस पे वोकल स्टार्ट किए थे? I mean, did you go through जो market reports already थे? Because you look at market reports with, it's like a double-edged sword. I mean, सही हो सकता है, नहीं हो सकता है. But did you actually go on ground? Did you see what people were doing? In different people at different economic standpoints of the society. तो हमने decide कैसे किया कि चलो इस बार हिंदी में जाते हैं. No, next let us launch Tamil. So ये सब decision how do you take? Especially in a content startup.
So it all starts with insights, as in for me at least. So the first insight was when I used to see the watchmen in security about 2 years ago. This is 2.5 years ago. They would always be on their phones. So they had started getting smartphones. Data was still expensive.
Yes.
This was slightly 6 months before Jio.
Jio happened.
And Jio happened, and they got out of the mobiles even stronger. So saw that they had all the Western products, internet products, which is Facebook and WhatsApp, Twitter and everything else. Correct. But they weren't using it in the same way that English-speaking audience of India does. So, for example, WhatsApp, we never actually speak on the phone anymore, right? The English-speaking audience, because you're very used to typing. Input method as a keyboard is very easy for an English guy, because we've grown up with the computer and the laptop and everything else, right? But imagine a person who doesn't know English and now gets a keyboard. He doesn't know how to input the keyboard.
क्योंकि उनकी customized keyboard कोई बना ही नहीं है.
Correct. So WhatsApp is being used by them to share pictures and everything else apart from communication. For them, communication is still a call.
Correct.
Right. Twitter, they're not using it to express themselves, nor are they consuming on it. Right. Instagram, they're not on.
Yes.
Facebook, they're on, but really they're not expressing themselves or sharing any part of their lives on it.
Yes.
They're using it for consumption. YouTube is one thing that I think both English and non-English speaking audience use it the same way. Open YouTube and watch. Right? So there are only few products that 95% of India can actually use. And that is the insight that started making me feel that the internet needs to be built.
Help me understand this. ये थोड़ा ज्ञान वाला question है, but मैं इनसे पूछूंगा पक्का. But is scaling too fast without much value in a product a way to capture the market, irrespective of how many flaws one's products may have? Is that a way? I've seen a lot of startups do it. A lot of startups still do it, Chief. So, is that a correct way, sir? Is that a correct way? क्योंकि पहले market capture कर लो, ताकि तुम्हारा कितना flaws होना हो product में. ये सही है क्या, sir?
So see,
does it make business sense, or I don't know? Just help me understand this, sir.
No. So if you're a smart entrepreneur and you know that this problem will be solved someday. Okay. Digital payments have to happen. Now you believe in that philosophy. Now whether your product is right or wrong, you will want to capture first. And then you will say, okay, this little tweak I'll do to make sure that the product has no flaw. That's not the ideal way to do it. But the smart entrepreneur who doesn't want to let competition take over will do it. Right? Because you have no choice. Running fast is no choice. You have to run fast. Now, are you talented enough, or do you have a good enough team to run fast with a quality product, or not, is the only question. Ideally, you should run fast with a quality product. Running fast is not an option.
तो आप ये MBA स्कूल जाना छोड़ दीजिए, मैं यही वाला पार्ट आपको दोबारा सुनाने वाला हूँ, यही सुनिए, नया स्टार्टअप आइडिया आप कीजिए. बट विल सी हाउ मच ही likes or hates my rapid fire questions on the other side of the show, where I've specifically got with him. He's not at his lunch. He told me he had a very long, heavy breakfast. But उनके लिए मैंने करेला, जामुन और एप्पल सिडार लेके आया. If he doesn't answer my rapid fire questions, so see you folks on the other side. So सारा स्टार्टअप लाइफ के बारे तो हमने बात कर लिया. हाउ डू यू वांट टू बिकम सक्सेसफुल लाइक हिम, वो भी इन्होंने पूरा ज्ञान दे दिया है. तो ये इंटरव्यू बार बार देखो, इनके से बनना है तो क्या करना है ये भी बताया. बट ऐसे थोड़ी ना हम इनको जाने देंगे. लंच टाइम है, इन्होंने लंच नहीं किया है. आई हैव गॉट गिफ्ट्स फॉर हिम, दीज 3. दिस इज एप्पल सिडार, दैट्स व्हाट ही वांट्स टू बिलीव. बट ये है एप्पल सिडार, ये है करेला जामुन, एंड दिस आई टेंड टू फॉरगेट एवरी टाइम, एलोवेरा. ही नोज मोर देन मी नाउ, सी ऑन द शो. सो शुरू करते हैं रैपिड फायर आपके साथ, चीफ. चलते हैं. ओके, फर्स्ट वन. First is easy one. How can one become a founder like you? 3 options. You read biographies of other big founders. Second, sit for coffee during Gyan from successful people. Or third, just build the damn thing.
I would say get the idea by getting drunk and build the damn thing.
Is that how every of your company has started?
At least Taxibisher did.
We having a drunken conversation.
Yeah, the idea came when we were drinking.
Nice. Okay. How do you say no to an emerging startup chap who comes to you for funding? 3 options that you have to say. You have to select one. Sorry, mate. Not this time. Just go around the bush, beat about the bush and say something. Yeah. Third, bhai, kya bakwas idea laya? What do you say to the person? How do you say no to a person?
Well, you actually keep telling them, guiding them away from their idea.
Oh shit,
so that they get the point. If they don't get the point, then
no doubt.
Obviously.
Fair enough. That was smart. That's the first time I'm hearing that. Okay. 3 people, 3 options. You have to select one for each. Okay. Vijay Shekhar Sharma, Sachin Bansal, and Bhavesh Agarwal. These are the 3 people. And these are the 3 options. Don't kill me for saying this. First option. एक बियर पीते हैं. सेकंड, लेट्स डिस्कस अबाउट सम न्यू स्टॉक्स इन द मार्केट, कहाँ पर पैसे डालेंगे. थर्ड, आई विल गेट बैक टू यू लेटर. सो प्लीज टेल.
I think having beer with Bhavesh makes sense because we'll have a lot to talk about.
Yes, of course.
What was the first one again?
Okay, beer is done. So you have 2. Let's discuss about some new stocks in the market and
stocks in the market with Vijay Shekhar Sharma.
Sachin Bansal, I'll get back to you later. That is what he's saying. All right, this is what he did.
You didn't give me too many more options.
Okay. The most overrated thing you hear at VC meetings that you've heard so far in your life. The most overrated things that you've heard. One thing that stands out.
Overrated things that I've heard about VC
during VC meetings. सबसे overrated thing आपने क्या सुना है ऐसे?
Overrated. Actually, I'm blanking out. Let's get back to that. Oh shit.
Sir, blanking out का option नहीं है sir. आप select करो और पी जाओ. Either of the 3.
This is what?
This is apple cider. Go for it. He is sportive, man. He is sportive. Give around. If I had a virtual or a real audience, he would have laughed. Clap for him. Okay. बता ही देते कुछ बना के over.
Yeah, I should have done that.
Okay. Which is the easier one, VC or the founder?
Founder.
Okay. Okay. Rupee or dollar?
Rupee. For me. I'm too like Indian.
All right. Bangalore or Silicon Valley? No, I think I know. Bangalore. No doubt. Okay. The one question you're dying to ask on Vokal. तो कहीं चुपके से कोई मास्क पहन के एक नया प्रोफाइल बना के जाके. One question you're dying to ask on Vokal.
How do I spend more time on myself?
That's a big $1 billion question. I think a lot of us. Okay, one Bollywood star you think should not be an ambassador for Vokal.
Should not be
an ambassador.
Alia Bhatt.
I have nothing against him, so you are nice, but hi Alia. Okay.
She's too polished.
कंगना रनौत को लेके और कौन सी आपको KRK को लेके और कौन सी?
No, Dhoni is the best.
Dhoni is the best brand ambassador. Done. In 6 months, we're seeing Dhoni as the brand ambassador for Vokal. Okay, you're in a meeting room and irrespective of who is in the meeting room with you, like कोई VC है, even Prime Minister, somebody farts. What do you do?
What do I do?
Yeah, what do you do in that situation?
Somebody farts.
Yeah, you know, board meeting, serious discussion चल रहा है, millions के बारे में बातें हो रही हैं, and somebody farts in between. What do you do?
In my board meeting, I would just make sure that we're talking about making Vokal like a $10 billion company. Everybody will ignore the smelly fart or whatever.
So money takes away your attention from fart. That's what it is. Okay, someone's number on your phone you would never share with me.
Someone's number on my phone. I have Anil Kumble's number, Jawaharlal Srinath's number.
Hey, nice. I think I need to talk to him after the interview. Okay, will you say yes to an offer by Google for Vokal?
Right now?
एक साल बाद.
No, I wouldn't say yes so soon.
3-4 साल बाद. Okay. The most overused word in the startup industry that you have been also forced to use sometimes in media interactions or some other interaction.
Product market fit.
Good one. Okay. The other thing is he loves cartoons, by the way. He's a big fan of cartoons. Which cartoon character you would like to be, and what would be your favorite dialogue? So उसी cartoon character का dialogue.
So as a kid, I loved Bugs Bunny. What's up, Doc? Is
What's up? Say that.
What's up, Doc?
Okay. One of the most Googled questions about him. There are 3 things which are most Googled about him. A, his investments. आपके investments क्या है? कहाँ पर है? Second, his net worth. कितना है आपका net worth? And third, I kid you not, there is a temple in your name.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
On the way to myself.
Yeah. So have you been there?
Yeah.
अपने नाम के temple.
No, so my grandfather named me after that temple.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn cool. So चलो एक तो बता दिए, investments और net worth कौन सा बताना चाहोगे?
I have 23 investments.
Oh, lovely. Okay.
Yeah, so across all kinds of companies.
All kinds of companies. Lovely. Chief, it was a pleasure talking to you, and thank you for being a sport for having these nasty tasting juices. Until next time I get another legendary person like him on the show, another boss on the show, keep watching The Boss Game here on India's first post-cable network, TheBigScope.
Hi guys, I'm Aprameya. Please like, share, subscribe to The Big Scope.